Well, I thought we played well. There was one point in the game where I was thinking about Kerry Eggers asked me about leaving guys on base last night that I was a little miffed at you because we left the bases loaded, Kerry. We just we were swinging about well, and Benny Wetzler was really, really good. And the one thing that Coach Childers said, by the way, I think they're a very good club, but the one thing he said is that he says, I can't believe how well you guys play together. And I don't think there's a better compliment, than that for our kids. He could easily said, boy, you got some talent, or I like your arms. He didn't say any of that. He just said, man, you guys play so well together. And I think as a coach, that's probably as big a compliment as I can get from a guy that I have so much respect for, and beat a good team. And I think we're gonna continue to play well, and the players get her done. So, or like the guy in the stand says, get her did. So.
This team had to persevere through a tough Pac-12, won a lot of close games last weekend. Did that sort of set you up in this region a little bit? Because all these games were really close to the end too, and you just kept pulling them out.
Yeah, I think if you play 30 games in the Pac-12 in baseball, not only are you war and weathered and tough and everything else, man, you've played some of the best baseball in the country. And in particular, the pitching, I think, in our conference is really, really good. I think it's at times it's overlooked a little bit. The ACC and the SEC get a lot of pub, because they get a few more games on TV where there's some exposure and some things like that. And I think they're great conferences, but I think the Pac-12 is equally as strong. And I think that, anytime you go through the conference like that, it gets you prepared pretty good.
How good was Ben, and has he been better?
He was pretty good, Kerry. He was 92, 94 in the ninth, and I was wondering who he was going to hit first, me or Nate, if we pulled him in the ninth. So Nate's bigger than me, so I said he can go out. And he just somebody asked me that earlier on the pregame show. Mike Parker said, if you had to say one thing about Benny Wetzler, what would you say? And I said, well, it's easy to say the guy's got good stuff, but he's just such a competitor. And I think that separates him from a lot of other guys that have good stuff.
Wes, for you, bouncing back after you started with Washington State, you do it on this stage. Not that anyone doubting you that you could do that, but how gratified are you in your own performance?
I mean, it started off pretty rough, but as soon as I got the ball down, things started to change a little bit for me, and the guys, Max goes out there and makes a Sports Center top 10 catch again. So it's a team effort. Everybody makes plays, and I just tried to do my part.
Danny, it's been talked about by a number of guys. Tyler's done it, Michael's done it, Dylan's done it. If it's not one guy, it's another guy coming through in the clutch in a different game. Today, it was you. Can you maybe take us through your day and coming up big for the team?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't have any individuals on this team. I mean, we all work together. One guy has a rough day, the guy behind him picks him up. I mean, we've had guys come up big all year. Barnes, Dylan, Conforto. We got Smitty. I mean, we got a great group of guys. We all love each other, and we're there to pick each other up.
Barnes said yesterday he was losing years off his life winning these games in the ninth inning. Is that something you all felt?
I agree with him.
You guys are too young for that.
I mean, 22 going on 40.
Yep. Sprouted my first gray
No,
hair.
I mean, yeah, we wanted to make it interesting for Beaver Nation. I mean, everyone got their money's worth, that's for sure. So, I mean, it was fun, though. A win's a win.
Danny, how rewarding is this for you coming off an injury last year and not getting drafted and being able to be such a contributor?
I'm definitely glad I'm in this seat right now. I mean, we got a special group. I mean, I don't think I've ever played with a team, as special as this. And we're going to focus on next weekend and come out ready to play, and we'll see how far we can roll with this thing.
Ben, 121 pitches. Have you pitched had more than that this year?
Not this year. I have in the past, definitely.
You look like you gained some strength as a game. How'd you feel? And talk about that.
It was purely adrenaline. I don't know if I ever felt tired. I went on the juices flowing in my body.
Wes, can you take us through the conversations before the ninth? Maybe it was a short one.
I'd rather not.
Hey Ben, when Max makes that catch out there, obviously that's just a huge play. You think yourself and maybe the team just got an extra juice out for that?
Oh yeah, we definitely feed off of each other when somebody does something extraordinary, I guess. It kind of gives us a little bit of energy, and that kind of spring loads us into our offense, and so that's what we try to do. We try to defense feed off of our offense, and our offense feed our defense.
Did the coaches talk to you at all, Ben, before the ninth about what it said about you out of the
Yeski told me the 8th would have been my last, but I got out of the 8th relatively quickly, and I wanted to finish that one.
Peterson had a couple of nice hustle plays to get those first 3 runs.
You must have a bug in my locker room, because the one thing I said is that little things win big games, and I just yelled at him before. I said, "Be to throw to second," and that change. It gave us a run. We got thrown out at the plate, and it was a big hustle play, and I firmly believe that little things win big games, and he did. That was one of the little things. There's a lot of little things done. Benny striking out the guy in the 1 inning where he had a little. I think he walked 2 guys there and then come back. Just a lot of things. Mental. I thought Jake Rodriguez was really good tonight, and he's just little things. Yeah, I think the little things win big games.
Danny, the celebration after the game was good but subdued. Is that because you guys feel like you have a lot more to accomplish?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're not done yet. We all have one goal in our minds, and we're not going to be satisfied until we reach that goal. So, I mean, we'll take this win. It was nice not having to come back tomorrow and play, and get ready to go for next weekend at home.
Kid, you guys have shown the ability with 2 outs to generate offense, especially late in the season. Seen the past few series, a lot of runs with 2 outs. Is it almost a mentality you guys don't realize how many outs there are?
I mean, we all just try to focus on having good at-bats, no matter how the outs are. Want to satisfy this guy over here and, not throw any at-bats away. And I'm just happy that we have a great pitching staff to keep us in the games, especially in those 1-run games that we had earlier in this tournament.
Ben, what were your impressions of the Aggie lineup, and how did they compare to some of the Pac-12 lineups you saw?
I mean, they're as good as any. I mean, at this point in the year, every lineup you see is going to be good with different kind of hitters, and you just kind of got to take the scouting report and run with it and kind of learn while you're going throughout the game what pitches guys can handle and what pitches they can't. But, I mean, I don't know how to compare it to the Pac-12 lineup, but everybody at this point's good.
Pat, I don't think you took one visit to the mound to talk to anyone in the last few days. That's just different in the postseason?
I don't go very often. I mean, really, I don't. I mean, there's times when I'll go because I want to say something maybe to an infielder or something like that, or sometimes I get a little irritated at something real quick and maybe run out there real fast and say something. But I probably haven't been out to the mound more than 5-6 times all year long.
Coach, can you describe Max's catch out there, what was going through your mind?
Catch it. He didn't get a very good jump on the ball originally, but I mean, he recovered well, and Max is Max. He made a great catch. I just told Nate, I said, well, he's got his first RBI of the game, and he's made those catches for us all year long.
Can you talk about pitching in the big game and coming up next weekend, some of the biggest stars of your career? Just what it's like you thrive in the postseason in that moment.
I mean, I just try to take it as another game as much as I can. I mean, I can't lie. I mean, I wanted to win this one so we didn't have to come back tomorrow and play another one. But, you try to take it as just one game at a time and just another ball game. You can't put too much pressure on yourself, otherwise it don't always succeed and it hurts too bad.
Thank you. Thanks.
Cool.
Bounce.
Sorry about that. Get an injury back there.